Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching the Book of Boba Fett, Season 1, Episode 7, In the Name of Honor. I'm anxious, I'm stressed, I'm excited. I feel like we're going to find out what Grogu chooses in this episode, and that is my #1 priority right now. I have my newest Baby Yoda top. Is it a Christmas Baby Yoda top? Yes. Am I going to wear it year round? Also yes. I have my Baby Yoda necklace. I have Baby Yoda right here. I'm just so ready to see Grogu again, and to see Mando, and to see Fennec and Boba Fett, and to see what happens. I feel like Boba Fett and Fennec have to be in this one a little bit more, but we will see the conclusion of everything, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that we get to see the love of my life, my son, reunited with his father. I genuinely feel like I'm going to have a breakdown either way, so yes, without further ado, reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction, including my full breakdown, on my Patreon, and let's go.
Let the people of Freetown know they have my word.
This is the kind of leader you need. He's more of a leader. Oh, but he may be dead. I'm just praying he's alive. Oh dear. It is so awesome seeing him in live action though. Although his hat is too small. It kind of, I noticed that he has, the thing is he often loses his hat and has to get a new one, so he just ended up with a new hat. It's not as stylish as his old one, but it'll do.
To live among a Tuscan raider tribe in the desert.
They no longer exist.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure all of them? I'm praying they're alive.
He thinks they were killed by Nikto speedbikers. We left evidence behind to encourage such a conclusion.
So surely
He meted out his revenge on them.
My assumption would have been that it was done by the speedbikers for the Pikes.
In his mind,
Well, I am still the mayor of Mos Espa.
Are you though?
Not see it destroyed.
Do you think you're going to win in the next election if it's that kind of mayor?
in the room. Have an idea.
Oh god.
Draw Boba Fett out.
This is not going well, and there's one episode to resolve everything. R2? I can think of but one reason why R2 would be coming, right? Baby boy! Oh. Hello. And R2 as well, my sunshine.
Mandalorian, say hello to my old pal. Hello, Bright Eyes. Grogu? Whoa, that's a terrible name.
No, it's not.
Sorry about that, pal. Why am I calling you that?
It's the cutest name ever. Is that because some fans had that response? Yes!
You are fancy. You must be starving.
He's so fancy.
I don't care how big of a rush you're in. Baby's gotta eat.
Baby agrees with that.
Go.
He is the light of my existence, and I would die for him. Just need to process the fact that, like, he's wearing the chainmail and he's here. Where's the chain? I feel like it hasn't sunk in that it's actually gonna happen. That he's actually chosen his daddy and everything's gonna be okay. The fear I've held since the Mandalorian Season 2 finale is over. I genuinely, like, I went into this episode hopeful. I just need to keep watching. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if I'm reacting other than just being blank because everything I wanted is happening.
Will ensure that they will remain neutral and allow us.
I'm listening to this plan. I am comprehending this plan, but only with about half of my brain power. The other half is just screaming. Happy screams. Surely the citizens would be really concerned after the bombing. Oh, fucking hell.
You mean the one that massacred your Tuscan family?
Oh, he's trying to get him to do something reckless.
Gang.
I assume the Pikes just got them to do it.
Boba.
Don't do anything reckless. We will get our ultimate retribution. You've just made it so that now he has even more motivation to not surrender and to destroy you.
Tell your client negotiations are terminated.
You're going soft in your old age.
Maybe he's evolving, unlike someone. I wonder if is Boba gonna end up becoming like the mayor of everything instead of just the crime lord? Oh god. Something definitely strange.
The locals are attacking.
I knew we couldn't trust these guys. They think they can get more out of the pikes. Oh, Tweedles. The Tweedles have never won a fight in their lives. No, little Tweedles. I grew to care for Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Go, Fennec, go. Oh, Lord. He's just outpowered. He literally was like, okay.
Suppose you'll be heading out. I'm not. You should.
It's against the creed. I gave you my word.
I respect both of them for
Until
this.
we both fall.
I respect
Buy into that.
I respect Boba for giving him the choice, and then I respect him for not going and for following the oath, especially when, with everything that happened, he's not technically a Mandalorian anymore because the Mandalorians kicked him out and everything.
We'll both die in the name of honor.
In the name of honor.
You want to stay?
This is the way.
Oh, there is an angel here on the planet for you though as well.
If I may offer an alternative,
I will write out my statement and what I'm willing to pay.
Oh God.
For mine.
Did you check the tablet before you get out there?
flourish with flowered fields fertilized with the bodies of your dead.
I mean, you should check things before you run out there. Yep, they used that as a distraction. Oh, bless their souls, I love them so much. Mando, my hero. Boba, I love you too. It's just the two of them. I do enjoy the knee rocket launcher. Oh god. There is just so many of them! Look, maybe getting to your ship and then we can fight from the skies or something? Holy shit.
The people of Freetown.
They're here! I knew they'd come! Killing their leader, or hopefully just seriously hurting him and killing the deputy. I shot the deputy, but I didn't kill the sheriff, right? Please. But regardless, that inspired them. And they don't want the spice trade either. I'm happy. I'm emotional. I'm scared.
You didn't have to come here.
Yes, we did. The planet deserves better.
They made it so that they would come regardless. Come on, Power Rangers. Yes! I knew you couldn't go down that easy. Oh! He is so loyal! That is what you want in a leader. You know, this guy's been on his team for less than a day, basically, it feels like. And yet, he ran out there, Mando followed, in the name of honor. Ooh. You've got to learn, you can do this. Oh fucking hell! How the hell do we get out of this? Fucking hell. I mean, that spin was very necessary and I approve. Oh my lord.
We found you! I got a surprise for you! What? Turn around!
Where's the surprise? Where's the surprise?
We're gonna die here?
No. We fight.
And most likely die, but we're gonna fight.
Good luck.
Let's go.
I love this. Just good people, ordinary people working together to save themselves.
Look who's here.
again. It's okay. Yeah. I missed you too, buddy. What? Hey, what are you doing here? Oh. Okay, little guy.
The best use of a force jump that's ever happened.
I didn't know I'd see you.
Oh, look at that.
It's okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
I missed you too, buddy.
They just love each other so much. And it's the purest connection that's ever
Be
been.
careful. Hey, that's the shirt. You got the shirt.
You got the shirt.
Save your tender moment with
Mando's. What? Like, he was just like, oh, this surprised me. His physical reaction, and then Grogu's like, he's here. And then just Grogu just force jumped down into his arms. Jesus fucking Christ. Everything I've ever dreamt of. Right there, right in front of me. If my brain was not mixed up with starting Stellar Brown, I feel like hysterical sobbing would be taking place. As it is, inside, I need you to know that my whole soul is just going, ah, with happiness. Back to the stress. Oh my god! That is everything that's ever happened! Mando would fight for that baby with his whole life, forever. Is it his big beastie? I'm just so happy. I genuinely feel like the whole city could get demolished and I would just be so happy. I mean, I wouldn't be, but a part of me would be.
Don't move. Let me handle this.
When does he ever listen to Don't Move? Oh my god. I'm sorry, I just... Mando and Grogu are together. And like, they're in a situation and Mando's being like, stay here, and Grogu's watching, and I just can't go. My whole life has just been fixed. I mean, it hasn't, the world sucks, but this... Oh, bless your souls. Holy shit, Mando, yes. He is getting more at one with the Darksaber. My baby boy! Oh. Bless him! He saw his dad was in trouble and just he's lost so much. He's had so much taken from him. He's seen awful, scary people shooting at those he cares about, and yet he was able to step in and help protect him. And it just means so much to Grogu, and it just oh my god. I love this because at its core, this is just the people of this planet fighting for themselves, and I love it. And here comes Boba. Come on! The shield's down, other people could be shooting at it, right? Good, good, good. Okay, okay, have we defeated all the Pikes? Can the Pikes just send in more reinforcements? Fennec's mission, how's that going? I have been waiting for him to eat one. Holy shit. Oh god. Back to another freaking duel at dawn.
Clear out.
At noon, maybe.
Take your hoodlum.
I'm still faster than you.
There may be.
Can someone else just shoot this bitch from behind?
How's about the father's blood pumping through your veins? You're a killer.
Anyone else around? That's the Boba we know and love. And he's fighting with his weapon from the Sand People from the Tuscans. He seriously killed Cad Bane in the second episode he was in. I'm okay with that. Rather him than Boba. Look, no one's attacking you, friends. It's on your side. It just wants to eat a spaceship or a speeder.
Here. Hang on to this.
I'm
It's gonna be okay.
sorry. That was. You don't know how many times I've literally, this is my life, laying in bed wanting to cry because he didn't take his ball with him to the Jedi. Was this made specifically for me? Did they watch my reaction and feel bad about how hurt they made me, and so they wrote this for me? My head is not even 100% here today. Changing your medication and starting a new one in the middle of one of the most pivotal plot lines of your existence. I recommend it, it's a lot of fun. And now I'm such a, like, Mando is going over there thinking he bloody hell may not make it through. He's just got his son back. He's just got him back. Hello there. And he's just giving that to him to make sure he has that to hold on to so he won't be scared. And he really is worried he'll be scared. And it's gonna be okay. And I love them. I love them.
Don't worry, kid. Where'd you go, kid?
Oh, he wants to protect his father. Oh my god. Oh, he's so stressed right now. Oh. He's just so good. And so brave. And so he didn't hurt the creature, just calmed him and he protected his daddy and he protected everybody. And he's just. He's my angel. My sunshine. Oh. He knew he was just in pain and scared and he helped him. Oh. Oh. The little boy is the
There's not gonna be a barbecue.
the greatest creature that has ever existed. The greatest individual. Oh, look. Oh, and he's snuggling closer. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You don't understand. Maybe I don't need this Adalabra. Maybe this is cured my anxiety and depression. We'll have to see.
That what you call hospitable? Guard!
Sucks to be you. Oh, Fennec! Oh, I'm so happy. I just watched her murder a load of people and it's like, woo, victory, we win. The bad guys aren't here anymore. They're not going to come to trouble us again. We showed them. But all my brain is doing is picturing how brave and strong my baby is, how much the Jedi training has helped him, how much he is a true Force user and a true Mandalorian and just whoever the frack he wants to be. And he's the light of my whole universe. And he's with Mando and like, I needed something good. The world is so awful. I'm probably never going to get to leave my house again at this rate, but I have him and I have Mando. And these people are working together now. And they have such respect for him because he stayed and fought for them.
We are not suited for this.
I think you are.
If not us, then who?
I think you've done a fantastic job. I'm so glad the Ratcatcher droid is part of the crew. I still maintain that there is not enough room for them to live on this ship. But regardless, is that not the most perfect sight you ever saw? And he can't access the controls. I mean, he can do it with his mind. He has his ball!
No.
And he can't can't get there to stop him.
No. Alright. But this is the last time.
That was everything! Oh, that was beyond everything. They haven't even defined a word for how everything this is. I'm so happy.
No.
This again, I think it's really starting to sink in that this is what we get in season 3 of The Mandalorian. They'll be together. That's all I wanted for. I really thought it would be like maybe season 4 of The Mandalorian. If I was lucky halfway through season 3 that we'd get that. And I'm so thankful. Anyway, I thought, because I know at the end of The Mandalorian there was like a credit scene that was like setting up the next show. I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing. I love Timothy Oliphant. He's the only person I can think of that was significant that was injured that ended up. Oh good, I love him. Oh god, another person ready to do to become part robot, but he's alive. That's what's going to matter most. Good, because Timothy Oliphant's a great actor, and I love. This is when I need them to announce that The Mandalorian Season 3 will start airing in February 2022. I apologise to anyone who watches the unedited version who did just see me dancing with Baby Yoda for most of the credits. I was just so happy. I can't put into words how much this episode means to me. I'm going to try and focus on the rest of the episode. I'm glad that we won. I kind of thought we would. I was worried about what we might lose along the way, but I'm so glad that we seemed to win without many casualties. And even like Cobb Vanth looks like he's going to be okay, which thank God, because I just really enjoyed him with Oliphant as an actor. And so seeing him in this has been excellent. He always plays marshals. Okay, he doesn't always, but he often plays marshals. I just loved how everything is coming together. I really can see Disney here doing the same thing they do with Marvel. They're weaving together a tapestry of shows. I mean, I know my mother doesn't have any interest in watching the Book of Boba Fett, but she watches The Mandalorian, and so I've been like, well, you need to watch the last 3 episodes because they're essentially Mandalorian episodes, and she has agreed. But they are interweaving it so that if anybody out there just watches The Mandalorian and is like, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, I like, you know, The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, that's all I really care about, they will miss out on some of the plot, and they'll have to, if they don't find out through social media, they will need to go back and rewatch those episodes, because otherwise season 3 will start and they'll just be together and Mando will be like, I've been cast out by the Mandalorians, and they'll be like, what are you talking about? But that was beyond everything. So for Boba, I loved watching it. It was the people of Tatooine, or at least of the particularly affected areas of Tatooine, coming together and fighting. I said last episode, killing the sheriff, killing the deputy, attempting to kill the sheriff, thank God he's not dead, is a surefire way. I mean, it could also make it so that the townspeople are too afraid to fight, but it is more likely to instill that spark that was hidden under the what if they hurt us? Well, fuck, they've hurt us. We aren't going to stand for that. Next time they want something, they'll just kill someone else. We are going to fight back. And I absolutely adored that. I love it if they came to fight. I loved that even like the Power Ranger gang, they were just locals fighting, and at the end the people really respect Boba. They weren't sure what to make of him, and even his different type of rule, walking the streets rather than being carried, and, you know, not being quite as murdery ruthless as maybe Jabba was, and not being as awful seeming, and having more positive ideas or caring more. You'd be like, yeah, but he's a daimyo. That can't be real. But he proved that it was real. Jabba would have been hiding in that palace, and, you know, I wouldn't necessarily have blamed him with the odds he had, but he didn't. He made a stand there and then, and he made a difference, and I adored that so much. I actually really liked his standoff with Cad Bane, and both of them. With both Cad Bane kind of playing on the, you didn't really get revenge on your people that were died. I really did hope some of the Sand people were going to turn up and have not died, but I guess not. And also with him playing up on their history together, and that in that fight, yes, he may always be faster and stronger than Boba, but Boba is smarter, and it paid off. And I think part of it is Cad Bane getting older. I mean, I don't know, obviously, his species and how they age, but he's been around for a while. Plus, him getting overly confident. You know, oh, I can defeat this Boba Fett, this kid, I've known him for forever. He's easy to, like, I've got him. You know, that is where he got lax. And Boba had the additional help of the training and the weapon given to him by the Tuskens. That is what enabled him to win that fight, because he had that weapon on him. It wasn't necessarily a weapon Cad Bane was too afraid of. It's interesting that they've killed him, seemingly killed him. I mean, I have to say seemingly killed him, because I know we got a lot of zoomed in shots of him dead, but they did shoot the sheriff in the last episode, and then they were like, on the marshal, and then they were like, oh, well, now he's in a back to tank. So, you know, maybe Cad Bane could also be revived. That was an interesting choice on their part, to bring this character that is so iconic from the Clone Wars and then just kill him off. Now, I don't know if he may turn up in Rebels and Bad Batch and whatnot. I know nothing about those shows other than the fact that they take place after the Clone Wars. But given that, you know, I could see him potentially popping up in, like, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series or any of the other series that are set before the Mandalorian era takes place. I, as always, love seeing everything come together, whether it's the Marshal and the people of Freetown, which we first met in the Mandalorian, with, like, references like, you shouldn't have taken his armor. Well, like, if you haven't watched the Mandalorian, you'd be like, what the fuck, his armor? It's his armor! You know, there's just so much there that I absolutely adore. How it's all interwoven and how much it makes it feel like a seamlessly real galaxy full of real people and real communities. I adore it. I wonder if we're going to get a season 2, partly because I know this one has had, I hope we get a season 2. I think it could be really good. I feel like someone else would be pretty stupid to come and attack Boba, but I'd enjoy just the series of them just running things and seeing how they make a difference and how they do things. But regardless, I do wonder, because I know this show has had a lot of mixed reviews. People have not been too keen on it, although they like the episodes that didn't really have Boba in it. And I feel, for me, I really did enjoy the first 3, but they weren't like, oh my god, that's the best show ever, we have to watch it. They were just like a good show, a good episodes. The last 3 episodes were like, they saved my life, I can't lie. Okay, I'm sorry if I should have talked more about Boba and things. I mean, Fennec was awesome as always. Gotta love Fennec, gotta love Ming-Na Wen. I've talked a lot, if you might know, about how much the season 2 finale destroyed me. It is my most watched reaction, so I think a lot of people have watched me be destroyed. I do think a lot of people have thought, oh, I like watching reactors get really excited about Luke Skywalker. Watch my reaction. See me be kind of excited about Luke Skywalker, but kind of mostly preoccupied with the absolute shattering of my soul. It was just when this little guy popped his head up to see her, and R2 was like, I've got to get him to the Mandalorian, there's no time for chit-chat, no time for dilly-dallying. And then, you know, she gave him dinner, and he had the armour on, so he'll be that little bit safer. The moment of their reunion, the way the Mando just was fully like, oh, what's the surprise? You know, we couldn't see his face, but you knew what his risk is, how he was reacting to that. And then the baby realising he was here, and he just threw himself, oh my goodness. And how confident he is using the Force. How, you know, we know Luke helped awaken a lot of memories of his training. And that will help him be able to control it and be confident with using it. He was able to... And yeah, I also enjoyed that while he's so much more confident, he's still a kid. He's still not a Master Jedi, because he hasn't completed his training, and he's a child. And the fact that, you know, like, he was able to, like, help Mando get up, by Mando time, like, break a bit of the droid, but then apart, jump through into him and took him by surprise. You know, a Master Jedi would have been able to deflect that and carry on. But at the same time, you know, all of those people with their blasters, they saw big scary monster. Didn't matter that that big scary monster had been helping us just 5 minutes ago. They were like, that is going to kill us, let's shoot it. And his response was, that's a creature that's scared and in pain. I will help it. And that just speaks volumes to who he is. He also was saving his father because it was focused on Mando right there and then. I'm so excited to see where they go from here. I'm so excited to see them be together, to see them grow together, to see Grogu grow with his father by his side. With the dark side, Mando seemed to be doing better with the dark side with this episode. I feel like we'll be going back to Mandalore so he can do his whatever he's got to do, and then I'm so happy. You don't understand that he made his choice, and it was Mando. It was his father. I think it's interesting. I've seen a lot of people being like, Luke giving him a choice like that's not the Jedi way, but if anything it is like, it's kind of Luke following along the Jedi way, and that might even, I don't know, like I said, I still have no idea. I know people are floating around the idea that the sequel canon is going to be thrown out and they're making their own one. As things stand, I still feel like this could be the intervening years, like we could still end up with the sequels. But with sequels, Luke did muck up with his Jedi school, and part of that might be him trying to honour what he thought the Jedis were, and we all know that the Jedis needed to change in order to succeed, and they didn't. But I am just so happy, every aspect of that, from Mando being in the middle of this fight and being right back there with the "you stay here, can protect the kid, you stay there," the baby watching on, thinking, "Oh, I can help," and going over there and helping, and then needing a nap, and taking a nap next to that creature. You know, this tiny little angel was able to save that big scary creature, and he didn't even look afraid, he knew he could do it, and I just adore him. I love the way he was able to jump to Mando, and then he was in his Baby Yoda pod, in his little seat. I'm gonna like get really frustrated about this. Where the frick are they gonna live? Okay, I know that he's not bound, I assume he's not bounty hunting anymore. He's gonna be focused more on what it means to be a Mandalorian and how that will fit in with being a father, and like I know that's kind of the dark side, but I get that that is going to be the plot of the Mandalorian. It's not going to be him turning up to go to on his next bounty. But the ship was his home, and this is a world where he is very... Now, is he going to end up building like a home on Mandalore, and so the ship will just be used for travel? Because that would make sense. But as things stand, where do they sleep? Do they have to always pay for like rooms or sleep out in the open? You know, like they used to be able to, at the very least, you know, he'd have stuff to put his spare clothes, have a wash, go to the loo, have a little sleeping area. I don't need like a hold for prisoners or anything, but you need like a little hold to live in. So I'm excited to see what happens next. But them in the ship together, and like when the baby was like bang 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 bang. Previously, Mando would have been like tried to take the ball off him and put him away, put him to the side, and then he would have crawled back up there. But now he can't actually get to him to stop him. And the fact that he just wants to go zoom zoom in the zoomy zoomy spaceship, and they go zoom zoom together, it's just beyond everything. I really like, end of season 2, I hoped it would end up with him choosing to be with Mando. I really did. I feel like it was necessary for his character to, I mean, not necessarily to be faced with such a literal choice, Luke Skywalker, but it was necessary for him to get back to his Jedi ways and to have a choice, especially given that his whole life, his choices have been taken from him, violently often. So much has been taken from him that he had every right to see both sides and to think about what mattered more to him. And yeah, he liked learning his Jedi powers, but he wanted to be with Mandalorian, someone that makes him feel safe and that he can protect, and that they just have the best bond ever. My one thing I desire now going forward is for Mando to become force sensitive enough, or awaken his force sensitivity enough, or somehow, I don't know whether he's force sensitive or not, I can't lie, but I know I've seen people floating the idea around that with the Darksaber or whatever, but just enough so that they can talk to each other, because like Jedi talk to him, and I want Mando to be able to talk to him, because they have a beautiful relationship without being able to talk to each other. Could you imagine? I mean, how well do they understand each other with just Mando being able to use words? So well. But they are just everything, they are perfect. And just seeing Mando running around with this baby in his arms was absolutely everything. This last, I mean, the last life has sucked, but no, these last couple of years have been especially awful. I have not left my house since March 2020, and now the government in the UK is planning on making it so that if you have COVID, you don't need to isolate. So people like me who are like, I really don't want to get COVID, because in my case, my condition could leave me like my CFSME could worsen and leave me bedridden and in agony 24/7, rather than just the pretty awful symptoms I have now. Other people could die. They don't matter. So like life sucks. And then I watched The Mandalorian in 2020, and he has really been a bright spot of my universe. He's taken over my entire life. As you can see, I have 3.5 Grogu Funko Pops. I have at least 3 shirts. I have a necklace. I have calendars. We have a poster of him in our living room. Like he is my life, and I am not ashamed of it. My Steam name is Baby Yoda is Alive. Baby Yoda is my life. And so seeing Grogu with his father, seeing them shining, you honestly don't know what that's meant to me. Waking up today, seeing the news, seeing that announcement. I know it's a relatively small thing when it comes to like my life, but it really means the world to me. I am in the middle of switching antidepressants and anxiety meds, so my brain chemicals are like, whoa, I don't know what to do. I'm almost annoyed that this episode aired now, because I really wonder how much I would have been like hysterically heaving sobbing without pills altering my brain a little bit currently, but we will see regardless. I'm so excited for season 3 now. I was so trying to prepare myself that maybe, you know, he wouldn't really be in it, but eventually he would be. I just got him, so I'm very excited. I don't know how much of a review this is because my whole brain is just screaming with happiness still. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this breakdown on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.